Hello and welcome to this month of March, our third winter month, and it is definitely beginning to feel like spring with the sun and the days getting longer. The snowdrops are out and the snow is receding up the mountains, probably a little faster than a lot of people would like. And I've come down to the plain, what I consider the plain, to the valley floor, because I wanted to come here and just experience the difference, the shift, the change when the earth is no longer the mountains, is no longer steep, but actually flat, and how different the water is when it's responding or in this place of calm, still, floating, a sense of floating down the river. And actually, here in this valley where I am now, it used to be marshland. And what you're seeing behind me now is the dig, is the digue, as they say in French. It's been channeled, and each side of this channel are high banks, so that the water stays in one lane, in one channel, and it was possible then to populate and grow food and live in this valley floor. Because before the dig was built, and it's hundreds of years ago that this happened, this was all marshland. This was a complete marshland, so much so that when the Romans wanted to come through here, they actually dug out a road in the cliff. They cut away the cliff to have a road, a passageway, a passageway above the marshlands, so that they could have access beyond and into Italy. So it's a very different feel here down on the valley floor. I'm walking along what's called the Voie Verte. It's a trail that's for cyclists, so that's not only for walkers, and I'm looking forward. I never use these trails, but my family is coming next week, and my granddaughter, and one of the ways we go out is with the pram, and so the Voie Verte will come into its own. And here there's straight, long, flat lines, and I might post with this a picture of the valley from way up in the mountains, so you can see what it looks like. And I guess what I'm just wanting to point out is this very dynamic relationship between the earth, the mountains, and the earth, the valley floor, and us humans, and us living on this earth, and how we have shaped it and created it to be a certain way. And all these ways are, a lot of these ways are extraordinary and beautiful. And I think we're now beginning to understand the importance of biodiversity. We are biodiversity. So there is an area further up along this Voie Verte where they have re-established the marshlands, so that at least part of this valley is returning to what used to be its natural state. Waterlogged, and the water just sits in the earth, and a whole different array of species of plants and animals are able to flourish. It's very easy right now to get overwhelmed with all the disasters, all the terrible things, or all the misadventures, if one can put it that way, politely, and all the conflicts and the wanting to have control and be in power and not be listening but imposing. I think that's what it is. And yet here we have a real chance to bring us back into harmony with nature. And if we're going to do that, then let's start by looking at where we do incredible things, where we do amazing things. and where we stay conscious and become even more conscious of our part in a very diverse and varied living planet. It is not always easy to stay positive and optimistic, and yet if we are going to return to thriving in a thriving ecosystem, then it's really important that we connect with that joy and wonder and enthusiasm and delight that reminds us of just what a wonderful world we live in and what an extraordinary part of that world we are or could be. So I am just gonna do a little turning tour, and I'm hoping to show you the most amazing. So here's the river, and above you can see the strata of the lands. It brings us into a different awareness, with a longevity, it will go on way beyond us, and perhaps we can set it off in a better direction than where we have got ourselves right now. So that we return to that quality of listening and living that is resonant and awe-inspiring. I am going to leave you there in this very different surroundings, a different landscape than where I'm used to taking you. And this is really 10 minutes drive from me. It's 8-10 kilometers. I wish you a wonderful month and look forward to our gathering at the end of the month. Look out for the date that will be posted along with this series. There's quite a collection. I got carried away this month. I think when we start looking at the relationships in between the elements, it just opens up so many possibilities and ways of seeing and sensing into nature and into us. So I wish you a wonderful month of March, and I hope to see you at the end of the month. Bye.